Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we have a bit of I would say, an overview episode. I'm going to go through the German tree and just walk through all the machines real quick. Things you need to watch out for, things you need to know. Just a quick who's who of the new TD line. I'm doing this because, let's pull up the tech tree here. I have been through almost all of them with videos. So I've skipped out on this one. I might go back and do that one, not sure yet. And I've skipped the tier 9. Let's start with the tier 9. And the reason I skipped it is because all the guns you get on this thing are either from the tier 8 tank, that one, or from the tier 10. So there's nothing unique about this thing. The only thing is you don't get an auto loader on the tier 10 guns. They're just single shot guns basically. Which means they're not bad for their tier. I mean, they're gonna be dangerous as hell. I mean, 750 average damage, or with a slightly higher rate of fire, 560. That's not bad. The aiming time and accuracy are not as good though as the tier 10. So it's not exactly the same gun, but you know, at least you know what to look for. And as for this one, I severely hate this tank. But that's just me. I've played it on a test server before the first version, and this thing did not function. It just got decimated wherever you went, and the reload on this gun is so long that you get one good shot off, and in the time you're reloading, they completely devastate you. So I'm gonna have to try again, but I'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a video on this one if the test server's still up. Yeah, it should be. So this episode is going to be some general information, some, just news, I guess. And we'll start off with the Martyrs. I tried to do games in them today, as you can see here. That was all re-equipping. So I did some games. I'll go through them a little bit slow so you can see them. 902 experience here. Let's take a look at this one. I'm not even going to show you the battle because I only hit one person 3 times. That's it. The 321 damage, and that was it. I couldn't get into a decent battle. I mean, tier 5 games, tier 6 games, I constantly got into the top tier spread on both the Martyr 2 and the Martyr 38T. Now, yeah, we're just going to take a quick overview at them. Martyr 2, the gun, you get, compared to the previous gun, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe you get better accuracy, better aim time, better rate of fire, slightly less pen and damage, something like that. I don't know exactly, but overall I would say this is a pretty good gun. It's a reasonably rapid firing gun with, for its tier, really good penetration. Once we go up to the tier 4, the Martyr 38T, you get the same gun but slightly upgraded. This is the one the Martyr 2 gets. And this is the upgraded version. So you get the same penetration, the same damage, but you get a way better rate of fire, better accuracy, and way better aiming time. So overall, just, an upgrade, a nice extra gun. The gun on this thing isn't bad, but like I said, I only got into tier 6 games and stuff, and tier 5, and I just got blown up. This thing is weak as hell. I mean, 2 shots and you're gone. Simple as that. Same with the Martyr. They don't have HP. They don't have... Although this one is, strangely enough, has a lot of armor for its tier. But I don't know where they stick it. The 38T has 50 frontal armor. Where the hell did I put 50 millimeters of armor? This plate, maybe? That's what I'm guessing. That is just this thing. But, it's probably weak spots. Weak spots. Weak spots. So, I doubt this thing has 50 millimeters anywhere. Maybe there. Maybe this. I don't know. But I got penetrated by everything and anyone, so it doesn't really matter. If you want to ammo rack this thing, ammo is down here. 4 shells here, 2 here. So shoot here or here, and you have a chance of ammo racking it. But it's not really necessary, and this thing has no armor, so... But like I said, the gun is good. The gun traverse, the arc, is like this wide. It's pretty wide, so that's pretty damn good. Its traverse speed is pretty good. It turns around quite nicely. Its acceleration is poor. Top speed is okay, but acceleration is poor. The engine is rather weak, 180. So you gotta keep that in mind, that the top speed isn't bad, but it just takes a long time to get there. But I'm really surprised at the gun arc. It's very nice in white, especially if you take a look at the tier 5 that comes after it, and that has a gun arc of this and possibly even less than that. It's horrible how far you can move the gun sideways in this thing. So let's take a look at the tech tree. The Martyr got rebalanced, the Martyr 2. The gun got slightly nerfed in damage and pen, I do believe, but buffed in rate of fire, accuracy, and aim time. So overall, it's just a faster firing gun but a little bit less damage. The Martyr 38T is basically the evolution of the Martyr 2. It's slightly faster, slightly more maneuverable, slightly faster gun. It's just an upgrade. The PZ SFL4C, we've of course done a video on this, and like I said, the gun arc, so how far you can move your gun sideways, is very extremely narrow. The gun is good, very good, but the depression on this thing is terrible, and the horizontal gun arc is terrible. Gun elevation is great. It can point its gun up like an artillery, because this thing used to be an artillery, anti-aircraft gun. The Nashorn, great gun on that thing. Absolutely fantastic gun on that thing. It's awesome. Overall, pretty good tank. It's weak, can't take hits, but you'll see this with most of these Germans. The gun is just great on them. Next one up, this one is a bit of an odd one. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this gun only has 16 shells. So, or 15, I think. 15. You can't miss with it. And then the stock gun. The stock gun is workable as well. It's not like it's a horrifically bad stock gun, but you're gonna have to make a choice. You're either gonna have a lot of shots with the stock gun and less penetration, which still isn't bad. 169, it's workable. It's just not great, but it's definitely workable. Or you're gonna have a great gun, but with very few shells and a very long reload time. So that's kind of the choice you have to make. And then when we get to the tier 8, we have the Roadster, as I like to call it. This thing looks extremely sleek. Well, let's take a look real quick. We have it in a garage. Here it is. Oh, by the way, this is the Nashorn. Nice looking tank as well. But this one, I have to say, is the best looking. It is a Roadster, and I want to get one. It gets a monstrous 15cm gun, 150mm, same thing. Rate of fire 3. The rate of fire is excessively slow, but holy crap when this thing hits. This is basically the German answer to the BL-10. That's what it is. And on top of that, it has a fully traversable turret. This thing can turn around. It's slow, but it can fully turn around. As you can see, gun traverse 18. It's slow to gun traverse, but it can. You could, if you really wanted to, also go for this gun, which is slightly faster at firing, less damage, slightly better penetration, but it's up to you. 0.35 accuracy or 0.40 accuracy. So the accuracy isn't great with this gun, but I had an amazing game with it, so it really is up to you. Then the tier 9. You get the choice basically between the tier 8 guns, which are these two. Not necessarily tier 8 guns, but the guns you get on the tier 8. And the guns you get on the tier 10. That's basically your choices here. All of these are tier 10 guns. 4 tier 10 guns. That's pretty insane. So you have basically a choice between 128mm guns, 2 of them, 12.8cm, or 2 15cm guns. So the choice is up to you. Again, do you want the more damage per shot but more reload time per shot, or the faster firing gun with more penetration but less damage per shot and better accuracy? It's up to you. Either one of these guns is a viable choice for it. The frame itself, we can take a quick look. 1600 hit points, it's not too bad. Engine power is pretty weak, but it is also a pretty light tank. I haven't driven this thing, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be relatively slow in acceleration. Top speed is not great. Traverse speed is okay. So overall, this tank seems like a bit of a weak link in the whole chain. I mean, this thing is great because of the gun, the tier 10 gun, the tier 8. This thing is practically the same gun, just one tier higher, but you can also get the tier 10 versions, which are the non-autoloader versions, and of course, this is the autoloader version, so this one seems to be a little bit meh in the middle. And then the tier 10, holy crap, autoloader goodness. If you cannot load a full clip into someone, you can take out, or practically take out a mouse from full health. That is insane. The accuracy is laser guided accuracy, 0.29. I do believe the most accurate gun in the game, but don't quote me on that. Or you can go for the more punch, which actually is the same amount of damage per minute, these guns. The only thing is, this one has less penetration, this one has more and more accuracy on this one, and shorter aim time. So this is more of a sniper gun, this is more of a brawler gun, so it kind of depends on how you play. So it's up to you. And that is the German line. What you need to watch out for? Their guns. What you need to do when you see them? Load HE and wreck them, because they don't have armor. So go nuts with HE shells. You won't regret it. Only thing is, on the tier 10... Man, that thing is big. Here, comparison real quick. Super Pershing. That thing. T-34, which is in a small tank. It's a small tank. What you need to know is never ever shoot the whole armor on this thing, because it has 200 at the front, still 120 on the side, so even the side is pretty rough to hit. Just hit this massive turret and you'll be fine. And that's it for the German line. Great guns, poor armor, reasonable mobile, most of them. Even this thing is actually pretty mobile for such a massive machine. It has a 1200 horsepower engine, so you know that's and only 15% fire chance, which is amazing for a German. But yeah, this thing can actually move quite quickly, really surprisingly. Other things you need to know: the test server will probably go offline on the 28th, from what I heard. So until that time, have fun on the test server, and let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about the new German TD line? Are you gonna go down the line? Are you gonna go all the way to tier 10, or stop halfway in? Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.